one.
No, I clicked to the wrong screen. Hold on, wait. Nope, this is not the right screen. Hold on.
I'm waiting.
Wait,
I'm
where's the
waiting.
podcast screen? There we
I'm
go.
waiting.
I did it.
There, we good? You good?
It took
You
me a
good?
little bit. I fixed it. Hi.
Hello, everybody.
It's Bran.
We're,
Bran is
we are,
back.
we are starting out like we should, back and scuffed.
Scuffed as
Already
heck.
scuffed.
Actually, it's super cool. It saved all my settings for the Waffle Brand podcast. I didn't have to change anything, and that made me feel super happy. I love that. I love it when I don't have to mess with something.
We
and
don't
everything
have to
breaks
mess
down.
with anything except for the starting of the stream is really scuffed anyway. So
Yeah, well, that's just
Something
that's
had
just
to go
natural.
wrong.
That's just
Something
a natural
had to
part
go
of
wrong.
streaming.
Indeed, something just had to go wrong, and of course it happened when we started stream. Anyways, welcome everyone. It's the Waffle Brand podcast. It's been a while.
Yay!
It's been
a
a
little
hot
bit.
minute since we've streamed. I think the last time we did the podcast, if I remember, was September.
It was a
think.
while. It was like it was quite a few. Was it before or after I went to Colorado? Did I ever talk to you
I
about
think
my
it was
Colorado
after.
trip? Was it
I'm
after?
pretty sure it was after.
Okay, because I think I did talk to you about the Colorado trip.
It possibly was.
Maybe. If I didn't, well, then I've got stories for you, my friend.
No, it was after because you had your wedding and you told all the wedding.
Yeah,
stuff
okay,
about,
okay, all
About
right, cool.
how you drove there and everything. So it was
Yeah.
after for sure.
Okay. All right. That's good. So I don't. I'm a little confused about how far back we need to catch up to, but yeah. First things first. Questions first. First questions. What happened to your cheek? Are you okay?
Yes, I saw that.
Did you get into a bar fight?
If no, if actually a few months ago, I don't know if anyone remembers, I had like a Band-Aid on it. It was something that was coming out of my face. I actually had to get it removed and everything, and
Oh no.
it ended up. So I had to get it removed, and what it ended up is the scar didn't heal as well, so it kind of just created a small gap. So it's actually healing pretty it's pretty well right
Ooh.
now. It looks worse on camera, but it's
I
actually.
was gonna say it looks kind of cool.
actually
It looks like you were you were in a scrap, like you were kicking some butt, and you got.
It looks worse on camera, but it's actually not too bad. It's actually been healing really well. So
Oh, I did not know that.
it's not as
I
bad.
hope it looks like it hurts like heck, but if you say it's not
it's
that
actually it doesn't. I don't realize it at all. I'm just putting polyspore and
Well, that's
everything on it
good.
to keep it good. So
bad. Yeah.
put that out of the way. It's actually not as bad as it looks.
Well, you should just stick with the story that you got into an awesome fight.
I just got
saving,
into a bar
like,
fight somehow and downtown.
No, you were saving someone from a bandit, from Swiper, from Dora the Explorer. And you got in a fight with
From Dora the
Swiper.
Explorer.
Swiper was swiping. He was doing way too much swiping, and you got into a scrap. Foxes can kick some serious butt. Foxes are no joke.
Indeed.
So yeah, tell everybody you beat up a fox.
I beat up. I don't think that goes over well. I don't think going into scrap with a fox is gonna go over well with some people.
What? So what's up with your got into a fight with a fox? You think this is bad? You should see the fox. I'm sorry to anybody who loves foxes. Foxes are adorable. I love.
Yeah, no, but it's not a great story, but it's going all right, so it's not a big deal for me. So I don't even realize.
Do they have
at
an
the time.
ETA on how long it's gonna take for it to like heal up and
I
stuff?
have no idea. It shouldn't be too much longer. It's been healing quite quickly, so I don't imagine it being much longer.
Also, I like your hat.
Yes,
you got your
we
Twitch
got a
hat.
We got a hat. We both are wearing hats again. Once again, I think
Yes,
this has happened the last time.
I'm
we were
back
both
with
wearing
hats. Yeah, I used to not wear hats that much, but
I normally
I've
wear
started
hats
wearing
outside.
them for no reason whatsoever.
He's Canadian. He fought a
Because
moose.
it's comfy. He's Canadian. He fought he fought a wild goose. He fought a goose, which is even more terrifying.
Goose. Oh, goose are terrifying.
Yeah,
Goose are
goose
terrifying.
screwed him up.
Anyways,
The goose got
This is
away
how we're
scot-free
starting it,
too.
by the
The
way.
goose
This is
wins
how
that
we're-
fight.
the goose always wins.
Yeah,
at the
goose
end of the
always
day.
wins.
They're also endangered species around here, technically.
Oh,
so
okay.
technically
Well, maybe you
can't-
didn't
can't-
fight
You're
a
not
goose.
supposed to.
I'm guessing moose
harm
are
them.
probably not okay to fight either. In fact, I don't think I want to fuck with any animal in Canada because those animals, like, they can survive
you don't wanna
some
fight a beaver?
crazy shit. Yeah.
You don't
I don't want to fight a
wanna fight a
beaver. I
beaver?
don't want to fight a moose. I don't want to fight a goose. I don't want to fight, like, a woodpecker. I don't want to fight nothing.
Anyways, so this is how we're starting it. Already getting back into things. It's been we. To be fair, me and Waffles have not talked in a while.
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
So
it's really nice to catch up.
Everything you're hearing here is basically us catching up in general.
Yeah, it was super cool. I was kind of hyped when you messaged me. I was like, "Oh yeah, Brad's back."
I've been quite busy, so
I missed the WaffleBran podcast.
It's been tough to get some stuff through. But the one thing I wanted to point out that if anyone's remembered the last podcast is we both changed rooms. I haven't really streamed, especially with the cam on. So I recently switched rooms and I haven't streamed, especially with the cam on. So it might look new, especially
your room is so well vacuumed.
Yeah, you might be able to tell, you might not, because the thing is that I was in the room behind me, so that those doors lead to the old room I was in, but without the green screen up, I had couches and it was going all the way to the back where I have a lot more living room space back there.
Yeah, you had a cool
I've moved rooms into a smaller area, which is a lot nicer to not have the green screen up, because the green screen at least protected the background. But now I don't necessarily need it because it's such a smaller room.
Yeah, I mean, you could have green carpet, and that would suffice for the green screen. You could just have the camera focused down.
That would be terrifying.
A stream where your camera's like a top
I don't know
down,
if I could live with it.
Focused downwards.
I don't know if I could live with it with a green screen.
And you're
carpet.
like on
I'd
a
just be blinded.
screen. I want to do that. I want to start that new streamer trend, the top-down streamer trend, where you don't get to see my face or anything. It's just on top of my head like this, and we're just watching from the top.
A lot of people have that when they have keyboard cams or something, where they have it.
That's true. Yeah, I should just do a hands-only stream where it's just my hands and me talking, and you can see my uncurated fingernails every hour of the day. That would be pretty cool, and that would be very much not cool. In fact, I take it back. I don't want that.
But moving to you've streamed a little bit more, so people have noticed your background. But you've also moved.
Yeah, I've so we've been doing room merry-go-round.
Once again, I'm gonna say this once again because I feel like every time we talk about your room, it's
moving
you bring
or
up the
changing.
fact that you switch every so often, and it's very common for you to switch.
Yeah, we keep having to switch rooms around. So, you remember my old room that was unfinished and it didn't have walls or anything like that. This is actually that room. This is that room that had zero paneling or anything like that, and it was just skeleton walls.
The installation.
Yeah, and I moved out of that room and into the other one that was finished after it had been finished. Well, it turns out the people we hired to help do the walls in that room decided that they would not give a crap whether or not the job was done nicely or really, really quickly. And it turns out the room has as things started to dry. So I was like, oh, yeah, this looks great. Yeah, you guys did a great job. And as the walls started to dry and stuff, it started sink in and everything started getting all nasty. So we have to do the whole room again, which is fantastic. Love that. Love it.
No.
Oh, it's so cool. I love having to do things that could have been saved if we had done them right the first time. No, it's awesome.
Remember, get it done the first time. Even if it takes longer, you don't have to deal with it for a lot longer.
Yeah, but just make sure the people you hire are not in a hurry to finish it and know what they're doing. So I had.
It's fun owning a house. Ruby says.
Yeah. Tell me about it. On an up note, kitchen's done.
Oh.
So I have a nice
cooking
kitchen.
Stream?
Unfortunately, I can't cook it. Well, here's the thing.
Okay.
I could cooking stream.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay.
But it would be very confusing because there's my kitchen, right? So we have a big room. It's a huge main room in the downstairs section. We have a kitchen right here, and over here we have what looks like a deciduous forest in the middle of nowhere, Michigan, because we have 14 young fir trees growing, or at least surviving, in our basement right now. So, my house looks like I'm running a drug operation, like I'm growing weed in my house. Um,
I think that'd make a great stream.
so, on one hand, I could cook. On the other hand, it would look like I am in the forests of Nam.
I think that looks awesome. I think that makes a great background.
I mean, it would have been awesome for Christmas because I would have had a bunch of fir trees. So they're fir trees. We were gonna plant them outside, and we had all these trees imported from down south, and we were gonna plant them. And winter came, the ground froze faster than we thought it was going to.
Happened.
Yeah, outdoor cooking stream, exactly. I could have sound effects of like bugs chirping, and
I think that'd be pretty cool. I think that I would make an awesome background, and it just people would come into your stream not knowing what's going on. Just be like, Waffles, where the hell are you? I'm in my basement.
Wait, I can give you pictures. I've got pictures on my phone of the thing, which I'll look up while I'm talking about it. But yeah, it would be interesting. I guess that could be a drawing point, right? maybe I'm looking at it wrong. Maybe I could do a cooking I could sit amongst the trees like a campfire.
Really cool. I think
set up a little tent.
Really make some like campground cooking.
You're right.
Food or something. The typical.
I've been looking at this the wrong way the whole time.
I think it would make a great looking background, Waffles. It'd be an interesting stream just to have you basically be like, look where I am, and people go, wow, look at all those trees, and Waffles goes, I'm secretly in my basement.
Yeah, I'm in my basement. Yeah, I could have like a green screen behind the trees and it looked like I'm outdoors. Oh, that's genius.
And then play those sound effects, all the birds and everything, some crickets.
It's really strange though because the lights we got don't make any sense. Oh, I can't.
In what way?
I'm trying to copy paste this picture over. They are like this weird purplish light. They're supposed to be grow lights, but it doesn't look like the sun. It looks like strip club lights. It looks like I'm running an underground tree strip club for fir trees. And it's very pink in the basement, so I'd have to fix the lighting because you can't see anything besides just this weird strip club colors. Yeah, there's xenon lights or something like that. I'm not sure exactly. Okay, hold on. Why can I not copy paste this picture? I want to show you guys my beautiful, beautiful trees. Come on.
I think this would be a great stream. I don't know about anyone else, but I think this would be a funny stream. It would be the ability for Waffles to do a cooking stream.
Yeah,
and
an outdoor stream at the same time.
Just weird things.
Just nothing that makes sense because everything I do is scuffed. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. It follows your content. Follows exactly what you are, Waffles.
Nothing in my life is normal.
No, not from what the stories I've heard, Waffles. Not from the stories I've heard.
As soon as we get this house finished, too, we're probably gonna end up moving to a new house where everything's gonna be crazy again. So. There is no stability, and I don't even think I could live a normal life at this point, which is fine with me.
See, Riku says
I should just be a nomad. I should be a nomad and like hitchhike all over the place.
Hitchhike.
That's something I wanted to try to do at one point, but not anymore.
I was gonna say now it's a little bit more difficult. I feel like if you're gonna go younger and go do it, then you can, but.
Yeah, I used to want to hitchhike.
Especially considering your life's a little bit online right now as well.
It would make streaming a little bit harder.
Separate it. Well, a little bit harder.
Okay, my phone won't let me show you tree pictures, so we'll have to show them some other day.
We'll show them some other day. All right, sounds good.
Yeah, it's
tree pictures a different day.
It's not like it. Oh wait, no, I fixed it. Oh sweet. Okay, hold on. I can do this.
We're holding.
How to? That's. Oh no, that's not the right. That's the cat waffle. Oh no, hide that. Hide my shame. No, that's
It's
not what I want. It's upside down for some reason too. No, that's not what we're looking for. That is not. Oh God, why is it not opening? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna hide that.
And welcome to Scuffville.
I'm gonna hide
Population
my shame.
waffles currently.
It won't let me choose the. All right, you know what? Screw it. It won't let me choose. I wish I could drag my camera out there, but my cord isn't long enough. So yeah, we've been playing musical rooms. My brother also had to move his room and moved everything from one section. So we had to take all of our furniture in our rooms, move it over to the next room, and start to work on the other room. So that's
fun.
That's fun. It's fun and exciting. On one hand, I get to go through all my stuff, and it's actually nice to be able to get all my stuff organized and things like that when I change rooms anyways. So it kind of forced me to do that, which is, that's cool. On the other hand, I just want to stop moving my stuff. I just want to chill and stop moving things around.
That never happens, Waffles. You always gotta be aware, not be on the move.
These curtains are entirely temporary, and they will randomly fall down just out of nowhere. Like, they'll be perfectly fine for a couple days, and then, like in the middle of the night the other night, just the curtains. I woke up out of a dead sleep, and the curtains were just on the ground. I think there's monsters in my room.
I was gonna say we're just gonna see the curtains fall down the stream at some random point, and it's just gonna collapse just during the stream and go, and we're just gonna go, yep, there it goes.
I think Swiper's been swiping. Swiper's been swiping in my room, and that's why you had a fight with him, because he was swiping my curtains. Oh, the lore makes sense now.
The lore makes sense. That really doesn't. But okay.
The Lord, everything makes sense. Also, over Christmas, my bro gave me an awesome hat, which is super
that
cool.
was the next thing I was gonna ask you, was just about your hat, and you obviously got your own logo on there.
Yeah, he actually did a twofer. He designed a new logo for my stream, which is really cool looking, based on my Flexi Boy waffle thing there. And he got me a really cool hat with the logo on it, which was really amazing of him.
So does that mean we're getting waffle merch?
Waffle hats for sale. This hat was pretty expensive actually, but yeah, I will send all of you, anybody who wants to buy it, $50, and I'll give you a drawing of a flexing waffle.
I'll give you a drawing, not even the hat. Give me
I'll draw it really quick with a pencil. We gotta. We'll have to wait a little bit on merch. No waffle t-shirts yet. As much as I would love to be rocking waffle t-shirt merch, actually.
I feel like that'd be pretty cool. I thought that's what you were gonna come in with. I thought you're like, yeah, over Christmas.
I'm advertising my new waffle merch.
Yeah, exactly. I was expecting it's just like, yeah, I got my logo, and now I'm making some merch. I got some waffle t-shirts, some hats.
Yeah,
some mugs,
I got waffle t-shirts, hats. I got to start expanding.
Thing.
Yeah, I got to start going everywhere. No, it's no merch yet. That's on my list of stuff eventually. This hat is pretty nice though. I don't think people would be buying this hat a lot because it's pretty pricey. It's very comfortable though.
I mean, any merch is pretty good. Like,
yeah,
just
anything.
There are decent places that make.
I should just draw drawings with crayons and sell out like placemats. People still use placemats, right? Yeah, I could sell a flexing waffle placemat.
Do a mouse pad if you ever could.
I should have like a pop-up book with like you open it up and a little waffle comes out and he's like, "It's flexing time." It's flexing time. He talks like that, which has nothing to do with my actual voice, or I've never even said it's flexing time in my life.
We got cartoons incoming. We got. Not only do we have merch coming for Waffles, we got cartoons.
You know my classic catchphrase. It's flexing time.
It's flexing time.
Oh
Oh
man.
my god.
So how was your holidays? Did you do
Yes.
anything special?
I guess that's another thing I should say is Happy New Year's to everyone.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
is
Happy New Year's,
Year.
everybody.
It is 2022, which is crazy because that means 2021's over, which means we've been stuck in a damn pandemic for a while.
Yeah, we're still stuck
We're
there.
still stuck in a
Yeah,
pandemic.
still there.
But yeah, my holidays have been okay. I've been stuck at home mostly.
COVID holidays, yeah.
Well,
Stuck at
to
home,
be
not much
fair,
happening.
my area, my province, should I say, has gone back into lockdown, and that's forced me to be at home again.
Oh boy.
Because when I switched jobs, I don't remember when I switched jobs to this one, but regardless, I did switch, and that's it's become less. It's not essential, so I'm back at because it's not essential. I'm back at home. Which
No.
really sucks because that means
That's
I'm
a
really
big
bored for a
suckage.
lot of days.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear. That's I feel like that's a lot of people, especially with the resurgence of the new, what's it called, the new strain, the Omicron, yeah. With that showing up and everywhere, I feel like
Omicron.
that's a lot of people lately. And you know, it is at times like that I'm really lucky that I'm working from home and stuff like that I kind of just do fixer-upper jobs and streaming and stuff like that. So most of my stuff is not been too affected. So I'm pretty grateful for that. But I feel all you people who it sucks that so many people
Yeah.
have been.
It really does. It's kind of unfortunate. Get your 5G's injections. Yeah, I actually did. I got mine before the holidays. The one thing, a good thing about the place I work is it's a large corporation, and they were generous enough to set up a clinic in the place I work, and they're like, yeah, if you want to
That's
come and
good.
get your booster shot, or you and your family, if you want to come and get your booster shot, come in.
Just
and
roll
we'll
up
give it to
on
you.
in there and get that sweet
Yeah,
booster
so,
shot. Yeah.
Yeah, so me and my family went and we got the booster shot. So I got my 5G injection. So it's great.
Yeah,
I'm,
I mean, how
I'm at least happy that I got my third. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be able to stand shots of it. I hate
Oh
needles in
yeah.
general, but
No, that's a big thing
whatever.
too.
Kind of the
I don't like
reality
needles.
of
Needles are
yeah.
bad.
it's the reality of the world we live in right now. But
Yeah.
yeah, I've been mostly at home. New Year's passed, had a good time on New Year's, spent some time with some people online, and got
That's cool.
screwed up.
I didn't do shit.
I won't lie.
I slept for
Screwed-
New
screwed-
Year's.
I-
I got some good sleep. That's what I did. I passed out. I was like, "Yay, it's midnight."
No, I was the opposite. I got pretty.
Oh,
I
you
got
got
pretty screwed up.
you got
There,
crunk.
there are some things that I'm not gonna. I would rather
Oh
not
shit!
discuss about that.
Was
I
it
just like,
VR chat? Did you hang
yeah,
out
I
in
got a
VR
VR
chat?
chat. I was hanging out with
Nice.
some people.
VR
So.
chat's got some crazy parties. Like, what happens in VR
Wasn't even
chat
crazy.
stays in VR chat.
The thing is, in fairness, like even when I was on there, I was in for a lot of it. I was in pretty chill worlds with some people, and it was just the fact that I got drunk and I was just like, oh man, I'm saying stupid shit because I have no filter.
When you get drunk in VR chat, crazy
Which-
shit happens.
Which still, to be fair,
should be
we
their-
need to.
their
We're
motto.
planning to do it still, Waffles. We still got a plan to do one of our own
Drunk
to see what
stream?
happens. Yep.
Drunk stream, yeah, or drunk podcast. Yes,
podcast.
I would love that. Are you kidding me? I want to hear No Filter Bran. I
Oh,
want to hear.
God, I don't know if you
Bran
want to hear no
unhinged.
filter brand.
When I get unhinged, it's pretty much undecipherable blabber.
We have to
It's-
discuss that.
when I get too drunk, I don't know if anybody was watching for Tama's birthday party, but I got a little plastered, and that got really stupid really fast.
Well, I know. I'm home for that month. Oh, I should have planned this out. I should have said we should have done it next week, and we should have planned this and I've done drunk stream next week. And then
Only a little,
that would've
yeah,
been-
just a little drunk. We started playing Jackbox, and I was just pasting the lyrics to the Poke rap for every single, like, we did that Madverse City where they rap with the robots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kept posting Poke rap lyrics because I was too drunk to even comprehend language at that point, and I was just like, it's funny because it's Pokemon, and I love Pokemon. I think I got dunked on several times, but thankfully I can't remember much of it.
Yeah, so we have to do that. We have to talk about that and figure that out. Oh.
Yeah, that'd be
Oh,
cool. Yeah, I'm totally down for that. Yes, please.
That's gonna be one of those streams that we're both gonna just regret in the morning and just go.
I think the only time
can't
we've
believe
gotten
we
drunk
recorded.
together was when we played Fall Guys a long
Yes,
time ago.
that I remember that time.
Yeah.
Hi Ruku, I hope you remember that time.
Was Ruku there? I can't remember anything about it.
Yeah,
I just remember
Ruku came into VR
drunk
chat with
happening.
us, and and the only reason I remember that is because I fucking was wholesome as shit to him, and he was fucking swearing the crap out of me.
Didn't happen. Ruku's like, nope, nothing happened.
No. Yeah, no, I remember that too. That was funny.
Oh, that was fun. Fun times. Yeah, I want to do
so
that.
We have to do that one and figure out.
We gotta have some more. I want to get into VR chat some more too. I haven't been in VR chat in a very long time, and I miss it.
I've gone back on it a couple times now, more recently, and that's just because
New Year's?
people who've been on. Well, since New Year's, I've gone on a few more times than I normally have, and it's just like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
hang out with.
It's a lot of. So what happened with me in VR chat was, a lot of the friends that I would hang out with in VR chat and the people that I thought were chill and were fun to hang out with, they all stopped playing VR chat too, which made it pretty. There wasn't much reason for me to get on, and I didn't want to go to public rooms again because public rooms in VR chat are terrifying. They make me lose faith in humanity. So I mean, there hasn't been a lot of reason for me to get on VR chat.
No, I get that.
Everybody stopped going. So
I think that's probably one of the reasons why I originally stopped going on, is because there wasn't many people that were going on that I knew, but more recently there's been a few more people that I've gotten to know that jumped on, so I've kind of just been talked into getting on.
I miss some of those times. VR chat had its definite charms. It was I got a lot of good memories from hanging out in VR chat.
I think it still does. It's just to a lesser extent because there's not as many people on.
Yeah.
That you don't find that happening as often anymore, but I think it still does have those charms.
Yeah, it would, if I feel like it's definitely come a long way too. Like there's a lot better with the new there's crazy new worlds and stuff like that. With the new updates and everything that I still haven't even checked out most of the worlds, and they're always coming out.
Have you done golfing yet?
I did the golf. I did that with actually Johnny a while back, and it was just me raging at a ball, yelling at it, and trying to make it go into the hole. And also a really scuff. Oh, I remember I tried to stream it, and VR chat did not play well with my my stream, and it was just. I think it was at most I got like maybe 10 frames a second during my stream. I went back and watched the VOD and I was like, oh, that was worse than I thought.
Delete.
It was bad. So, VR chat's still got a little ways to... I've gotten pretty good at streaming it now, but yeah, it's pretty difficult to stream VR for me. The comedic moment knowing when I... Wait. You like that one girl telling me happy birthday in the comedic moment, knowing you were flustered to them. Oh, that's right. Oh, my birthday stream. Oh, I think that's the last time I really got. Was I drunk during birthday stream? I don't think I was drunk during birthday stream, but that was some interesting VR chat times. Yeah, the one sexy girl wishing me happy birthday in that sexy avatar, and me going, hi. How's it going? It's my birthday. It's my birthday.
It's my birthday.
Boobies. It's so funny because I'm like this wholesome little seal, and VR chat can get very unwholesome at times.
Should have been drunk for Christmas.
Yeah, she did it in a very sultry voice. Should have been drunk for Christmas stream. I feel like I was drunk. I feel like I was. We did the waffle tree stream for
Yes, I
Christmas
remember.
again this year. Yeah, you remember that because I remember you being there.
For
Did
sure.
you? Did
Yeah.
I remember Bran? Actually, I asked you if you wanted a waffle, and I don't think we ever did your waffle, if I remember
I
right.
I said I had to go and I didn't know what
Yeah,
to
that's what it
do.
was.
So
So I just you gave me like a free pass or something like that to do whatever I wanted,
yeah, I had
and
to
I
go.
don't remember
I
what
was in
I
a bit of
had.
a rush
I
that
still
time.
have my
So
Christmas tree shirt. It's over there wrapped in plastic. Um, it probably needs to be sanitized and vacuum sealed. I need like one of those vacuum sealer bags that just go and then you can like close it up. I wonder how much
yeah,
those cost.
no clue.
He never ended up redeeming it. Oh, did he not?
I
Oh, okay.
probably didn't. I probably didn't. There's a good chance I wasn't
Well,
because I popped in and I had to pop out.
that was good to see you. Yeah, yeah. It was it was pretty crazy by the end. And then I tried to play this zombie game that did not work very well. That was fun.
Yeah. Well, speaking of all that, what have you been up to? What has
Well,
your
that
adventure been over these past few months that we have not spoken?
moving rooms. That I haven't gone many places as much as I love traveling. It has not happened because COVID sucks. Um, and it's kind of just been
So we don't get any more transportation stories yet.
not yet. No, unfortunately, not really.
No strange hotels. No people on bus.
Yeah, no, nothing like nothing too crazy. The last thing that really happened to me was the trip to Colorado. That was the only like really crazy, insane trip that happened to me. And I mean, other than the holidays, didn't do a whole lot for the holidays. Kind of just hung out, chilled a little bit. I met a cool guy though who was apparently he does improv and stuff, and he's like a comedian in the city I live in the town. Um, and I didn't know there's like a big improv scene. And he told me about this bar that has been existing in my city, and I didn't know it. There's a bar in my city that is it revolves entirely around board games. Like it's a bar
Okay. Yeah.
like with all the bar stuff, but also board games everywhere. And they just every night they set out board games and all this crazy stuff. They have like Magic the Gathering tournaments and stuff like that. And that place sounds like the shiznit. And I really want to go there. And I'm so into that. If COVID wasn't a thing and I wasn't scared. A
Fair
little
enough. I
scared.
was gonna
I
say
mean, I'm
you're making
vaccinated and
plans to go
everything.
there just once you can.
Yeah, once I can. I'm vaxxed and everything like that, but it's like, you know, it's still you got to be real careful. Especially because a lot of people are not vaxxed where I'm at. They a lot of people are like, nope, I'm good, and that scares me more than anything. So
Well, there's a lot of the thing about the U.S. as well, and compared to a lot of other or some other countries, is that you guys also are just free to not wear masks in in places.
Ruku says,
So
"How many waffles am I still owed?" Wait, hold on. Sorry, Brand. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
oh god.
Ruku, I will get your waffles if you want them. Do you still want waffles? I mean, I still have the stuff. I didn't run out of frosting. And you deserve it because holy crap. And how did I not know about that stuff? I know, right? Yeah. I don't know. I haven't gotten out much lately. I'm sorry, Brad. I didn't mean to interrupt you. What were you saying?
I have no idea. I've lost control. I
Yeah,
have lost count of what I even was
derailed
saying.
you.
Oh no, I remember what I was saying. I was just talking about COVID and being like, in the U.S. there's some places where you like, especially down south, where it's just like people don't even wear masks because they don't feel like it's the necessary need for it, and it's kind of one of those scary kind of.
Yeah, it's
You
very
never know.
yeah, it's like that in a few places, and that's what legit scares me. That's the kind of stuff that I'm like, No, just get vaccinated. Just do it. I don't care if you don't like needles or whatever excuse you're throwing out there to not get injected. Just do it. It's yeah. That's why I'm not going places a lot. That's why I'm not going to this bar and stuff like that. It's just because gotta be careful. Um, there's actually there's like a few video game there's video game bars. There's this one I think I discovered when I was looking at new bars in town. There's one called the PlayStation Pub, which I kind of really want to see.
All the PlayStations in the world.
I think it's just like they have console games everywhere.
I would assume.
Which
I'd assume it's a lot of PlayStations.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I hope so. Please let there just be a bunch of PlayStations.
There's probably some old like PS1 and stuff like.
That was a big
PS2
thing
kind of
in
stuff.
when I was in Vietnam. There was there was just rows and rows of these roads that were they were not roads. They were just oversized walkways where nobody could ever drive a car through there because there was just so many people, and it was just lined wall to wall with bars, just bar, and all of these bars in these places were competing with each other so hard. And the best way to compete with each other is to make your bar seem like the coolest, the loudest, the most exciting happening bar going on. So imagine going through these streets that are packed shoulder to shoulder with people. There's these tables that are like haphazardly laid on the side out in the middle of the street, where these bars from who knows what bar is serving random drinks from these like plastic chairs that are like red and yellow. It looks like they belong to like a kindergarten somewhere. And beyond that, there is every single bar playing loud electronica music, just EDM music coming from everywhere all at once, just from every single different bar. And all of them had video games. They all had like PlayStations, huge screen TVs. You could just walk in and start playing PlayStation if there was one open, and they would charge you a bajillion dollars for a drink. And they were just all fighting with each other to try and be the loudest, most obnoxious bar ever. That was a good time.
I mean, if you're competing, I guess that's the one way to do it, is to be loud and obnoxious.
What kind of gamer juice they serving? That's a good question. What does the PlayStation Pub serve? They have karaoke.
Oh yeah, let's get some waffles karaoke up in here.
Hashtag not sponsored by the PlayStation Pub. Oh my god. They do have video games everywhere, and it's super cool looking. They're serving drinks. That's all I can see is the serving drinks.
They're serving drinks. Well, I hope so if they're a bar.
It doesn't say what they don't have a menu. They've got some really awesome nachos. Yeah, but apparently, there's a bar that hosts Magic the Gathering tournaments in my town, and I need to go there.
Hello, GK. And also, Immortal says Waffles do Friday night karaoke.
Friday night karaoke. Oh my gosh. And Fire, hi. It's two wonderful goofballs. It's also another wonderful goofball, Mr. Fire. I hope you're doing good.
GK. Who I saw on New Year's.
New Year's?
Yeah.
GK, were you partying down on New Year's? Were you getting crunk? Friday night karaoke. That would be pretty fun.
Yeah, let's see Waffles do karaoke. I think that'd be pretty cool.
I wish I could without getting DMCA'd. I miss Twitch Sings. Twitch Sings was the best.
Go in VR chat and do some random karaoke. Invite some people and do karaoke.
I should. You know what? I don't need to stream it. Why don't?
Yeah.
I just immediately everything. I'm just like, oh yeah, I would love to stream that, but I don't need to stream it. I could just do karaoke in VR chat and get absolutely screwed up.
Oh, that'd be great.
Medic, thank you for the raid. How's it going? Thank you for shouting them out, Immortal. Hello, Medic.
Was interesting.
I hope your stream was good. New Year's was an interesting night. Is fires also? You guys won't tell me the details, and I'm a little, and that's why it's extra tempting or extra interesting. Like I want to know. If you can't say it on stream, I want to know. I want to tell me the juicy details.
I'll tell you after. I'll tell you after. It's not that
I'll
I
tell
can't
you
say-
after what happened.
It's not
in
that I
VR
can't
chat.
say any of it on stream. Most of it's fine, but I'm just gonna wait until after.
I get you, Bran. I get you. Don't worry, I'll be totally all ears. That's
I
for
know you will
that's
be all
for
ears.
Waffles After Dark.
Waffles after. That's where that's the drunk stream that
That's the
happens
drunk
on.
stream. Yeah.
That's the drunk stream that happens on, and everything just gets spelled like badly.
Wink, wink.
Wink.
You like my winking? Is that natural? I think that's good. I have a hard time. I can wink when I'm not thinking about it. When I think about it, I can't wink anymore. It's like
I can kind of wink. It
it's
looks
like
weird.
my eyes are broken.
Well, to be fair, in a sense, it always is gonna look weird for me, because of who I am.
Don't worry,
I'm
Brad. You
trying
can
to
say it.
this in
None
the
of us
best way I
are.
possibly can without it sounding terrible. But
You can say it if it's your own. Like you can say it if it's you. That doesn't. It's when other people say it that it becomes not cool.
because of my ethnic background and my looks, it looks
Oh,
weird
I thought it was because you got in a
always
fight
look like
with
I'm
a
squinting.
fox. No, just it's because you got into a fight with a fox. That's what.
No, I was gonna say because I'm Asian.
Oh
squinty
God, I
eyes.
missed you, Bran, so much.
I got the squinty eyes.
Winking in general always looks unnatural. It does. I mean, it's really hard for me to concentrate on moving one eye at a time. Like my brain, everything in your brain tells you to blink both eyes at the same time. I can kind of.
This camera angle doesn't help too because it's a downwards view, so everything looks downwards on me. So even if I'm winking, it looks like my eyes are always closed.
My mouth kind of goes up every time. Yeah.
Yeah, I do that too. My mouth goes up like that side. We're just getting to winking contest now.
Yeah, let's get into a
this
winking
is-
contest.
this- we're just
Person who
getting
can
into a
wink
winking
the most
contest
in
now.
the time frame. Go.
Nah, I'm not trying that. I'm not having basically a seizure.
Ow.
And
Yeah,
I think I'm
I
a
got
winner
an
in this one.
eyelash in my
I
eye.
didn't
Hold
hurt my.
on.
I think I'm the winner in this one. I didn't injure myself.
Hold on, give me a second.
And
Oh, what
scene.
have I done? Okay.
Oh my god. Yeah.
My
this is the
eyes.
shit
If
that
my eyes
happens
get
here.
red, you know why.
This is the shit that happens here, by the way. Just like for anyone who's new here, which I don't think most people are. This is the shit that happens here.
Weak eye muscles. Yeah, that's true. I need to work out my eye.
Let's put this down. We are also sober. So I have no idea what would happen when we
Oh
start
yeah.
drinking.
No,
So
it's
this is all sober.
it just turns into
shit that's going-
nonsense. Anybody who watched Tama's birthday stream, it just becomes absolute
Clips
nonsense.
galore.
Yeah.
All just clips. The entire thing is a clip.
It takes everything in my power just to make sense. Weak eye muscles. Yeah, I need to flex my eyes more. That's what I need to be doing for my waffle flexes. Is just I need to.
Brand is amazing. Not
train
sober.
my
I've
eyes.
gotten many times told that to me is that I am very different. when
Yeah, I'm super sad that I
I'm
missed the
drunk.
New Year's. I'm super sad that I just passed out. Me and my brother actually we got I had some leftover like three sparklers left over from 4th of July and we just went outside with the sparklers in the middle of the snow and just went yay Happy New Year, and then it got really cold and we went back inside. That was my New Year's celebration. Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't anything special.
So here's the funny thing about the New Year's for me was that before the lockdown hit, I was supposed to be working that day. I was supposed to be working New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So I was not supposed to be back in time
To celebrate.
I should probably explain my job right now because I'm in between jobs and I'm looking for actual work, but I'm in between jobs, so I've taken something else. Right now, I work in a stadium as a retail associate or kiosk associate, whatever you want to call it. So if you've ever been to a stadium and see the people selling merchandise for the team or anything or a concert, that's basically what I'm doing.
Okay.
We have two sports teams, or we have three sports. We have several sports teams, but there's two sports teams that are major league that are a part of the company I work at within the stadium. There's a basketball and there's a hockey. So I was supposed to be working. So obviously, all these games are late. They're not early; they're late games because they're sports teams, so they play at late
Right.
times
So
for
they
people to come.
play like whatever o'clock at
So
night.
originally, I was supposed to be working both those games. So I was supposed to work a night shift the New Year's Eve, and I wasn't gonna. And because where I'm located, relative to the stadium, I wasn't supposed to get into home until about midnight. So if I
On New
wanted to,
Year's Eve.
yeah. So if I wanted to drink, it would have been I would have had a lot of catching up to do.
Quick, gotta get drunk real fast.
Yeah,
Just like
hungover.
chugging.
Yeah, exactly. And then hungover, and then have to go to work in the afternoon the next day.
Oh God, no.
So the original thing was, I'll get on, talk to a couple of people, but that's it. I'm not drinking too much because I can't do it. Then we went into lockdown. My shifts got canceled because of the lockdown, and I'm like, well, guess I'm drinking.
Well,
tonight.
guess we're drinking. Yeah, I mean,
guess New Year's is free, and I'm gonna
guess I'm
gonna
getting
be
on VR chat.
So-
That's the best
so-
part about VR chat. There is no lockdown in VR chat.
Yeah, exactly. So the original thing. So the funny thing is, the original idea was that I wasn't gonna a drink on New Year's or very hard, and then it was just like, well, I don't have anything planned now, so looks like I'm getting drunk.
What is RPA? Sorry, Ninja put down something. What is RPA, Ninja? Looks for coding jobs. Literally every coding job. Learn RPA. Me half an hour later. My computer can automatically Google for anime thighs using anime thigh finder. I'm sorry. Also, why specifically anime thighs? What does RPA stand for?
At the bottom there.
Roleplay automatic. Robotic process automaton. Or automation.
Automaton.
Robotic process automaton sounds like something that's going to take over the earth in the next 20 years. Run by Google. But you could probably automate roleplay if you were good enough. Do they have auto roleplay robots? Hold on. That's probably a thing, isn't that?
That's probably a thing. I wouldn't be surprised. There's a lot of different things on the internet.
Are there auto roleplay robots where you can just hang out with a robot and it roleplays? I know there's. Have you seen those like fanfic writing robots?
There's that story bot that like you write the stuff and it just sends it back to you with a
yes. Oh yeah, the fanfic story writing robots. Oh my God, I need to do a stream of just those. Actually, I want to do a stream of me playing with fanfic writing robots and just typing in nonsense and trying to see what the robot gives me. Oh, that's gonna be a stream.
There you go.
I've got to do
Remember
that.
to write it down.
Write that down.
Write it down.
Write that
You
down
can't
somewhere.
forget it.
Where's I don't have a pen or. Wait, I've got a computer.
I was gonna say there's a lot of places with technology you can put it down. Waffles.
Listen. Back in my day, we only wrote with pens.
What about pencils?
Pencils suck because you had to sharpen them constantly, and I freaking hated sharpening pencils. It's so funny because I mean everybody probably who went to school has this in their head.
The giant pencil sharpener, the giant twisting silver. Like, oh my God!
Oh, it was always the best in the middle of like
a test or something.
Yeah, the test. Like all the kids, everybody silent, just and just in the middle. And everyone like looks at you like you're sitting there just like hold on.
See, the best part is that because of when I was born is that I didn't miss that. I actually was still a part of that when that happened. So I know exactly what you're talking to. Anyone younger may not know as much, but like I know exactly what you're talking about.
It was so funny.
Yeah, the ones on the walls.
The one on the wall.
You just crank it and it just makes this loudest.
And it's just the loudest thing ever. Or when they came out with the electronic ones. And you just in the middle of dead silence. It was the funniest thing. Yeah,
There's
it
only a
was
few automatic ones that I ever actually had in school. Every time it was always manual ones, or you had to bring your own. It was just like people would
those
always
got
like, "Do you have
popular
a pencil
around the
sharpener?"
time I got into high school. There was the automatic ones where you just stick the pencil in there and it go and your pencil would be sharpened.
I don't
It
think
still
my
wasn't
school,
any quieter.
I don't think my school ever provided the automatic ones when I was back in high school. It was always like no, I don't even think they provided manual ones. It was have your own or good luck and find someone else that has one.
It was so funny.
So you'd always have some people asking, "Do you have an extra pencil?" or "Do you have
Yeah,
a pencil sharpener?" And it's just like,
pencil sharpener.
bro,
That's why
bro.
just to avoid having to go up in the middle, I'd be like, I'd try to. You would have those manual pencil sharpeners. I don't know if you remember those, where it was
No,
just
I
a
know.
blade,
I used to carry one with
and
me
it
because I
only
knew.
worked like maybe 10% of the time, and the other 90% of the time, it would just make your pencil unwritable with. It was just it never worked for me, and it took like half an hour to get
See,
your pencil into a usable shape.
I used to have an English teacher or right. I had to go to a tutor, uh, and the funny thing was that she was old school, so she used to sharpen her pencils with a knife.
Oh God! Like with a razor, or
Yeah,
like just a straight up, just like a hunting,
like
like a that's not a
no,
knife. This is a knife,
no, like an actual
like a paring knife.
a razor, to sharpen pencils.
Oh
But
my
like
gosh!
sometimes she would have to sharpen her pencil, and you would see her sharpening her pencil like that, like into a garbage can because she was old school, and it's like I found that like the like what the hell, like I knew exactly what she was doing, but I was young still, and it's just like, oh
Couldn't
my
afford
god,
them. Yeah, it
I can't
sounds
imagine
cheap.
doing that.
Couldn't afford them nice pencils. Pencil sharpeners had to give me an old fashioned razor. Just might as well come out with a piece of like charcoal or something like that, and just be like, "This is my charcoal pen. I sharpen it daily. Make sure that it's extra sharp."
No, get one of those ink pens, the where you have to dip it in, like with the feather,
Yeah,
the
with
old ink style.
the feather ink pen, where
Yeah.
it was literally just and I'm thinking back on like the feather ink pens. There are so many other implements that would have been so much nicer than a feather pen. Like feathers don't really seem like the most cleanly thing to use. Like they're pretty nasty and dirty and stuff like that. Like you could have just sharpened a
Get
piece of wood
licked.
or something like that and then dipped that in ink. But no, we have to use these animal byproducts to write our stuff down. Which I mean, I guess it looked cool. It was all about being cool looking, I guess. That's the important thing.
Sophisticated.
Yeah,
You
you
look
had to look
sophisticated.
sophisticated. Oh yeah, and get that sweet lead poisoning from the lead ink. Lead poisoning was actually it's so funny. They didn't know. I learned this the other day. Here comes a random little factoid
Random
from
fact.
Waffles. Little random waffle factoid that he learned the other day. Lead poisoning was actually a huge problem back in the day, and nobody even knew it was a thing until like just recently, just like within the past couple hundred years. And people would, back in the day, the rich like nobility and stuff like that would use lead plates and like lead silverware
Yeah, I remember that.
to
And then like,
serve food on.
and then if you like had like a tomato or something, you cut it.
You would cut
the,
it,
the
yeah. Like
acid,
if you ate a tomato, it would just, yeah, exactly.
and it would burn the lead into to what you're eating.
Yeah, so random nobility would just die for no reason, and they would be like, "Why is the nobility dying and getting sick?" So there was like a legit term for like it was like the rich people's curse or something like that because the nobility would just die from eating lead off of plates,
Face
which
paint had it. Face paint and makeup had it too. Ooh.
which is pretty ironic. We're going to have the fanciest of dishes. Oh, yes, look, I bought this brand new lead pewterware over here. You can eat from my fancy lead plate. You also might get
You also might die because
you
of lead
also might
poisoning.
die within a month, but it's the cost of fame and richness. It's the price we pay as nobility.
The price we pay is our lives.
Uh, yeah, it's and the fact that nobody ever connected it to lead poisoning was
Well, there wasn't the ability to there wasn't the scientific knowledge enough to really
I mean, you think somebody
understand
would
these.
have like put two and two together and be like, wait a second, all these people are eating from lead plates and they die after. I guess because lead poisoning's so slow and it works like so extremely slow that they would never find it. Their face paint and makeup was full of it too. Yes, yeah, and they would put like for masquerade balls and stuff like that, and even just powder and stuff like that. They would just straight up slap lead on their face and be like, "I'm beautiful." Also,
I'm
I
beautiful.
have several lung diseases now. and, and yeah, no, it was crazy how just back in the day how many people just died from not knowing simple things like boil your water or um don't eat lead.
There are a lot of things like that when you look back on history and you go,
Yeah,
"Oh
and
my
there's
god,
probably a lot of stuff we're doing now that in like a couple hundred years they'll look back on and being like, wow, those people in
I can't believe they've
2022
done this."
were, yeah, they were using radioactive phones that destroyed their insides the more they looked at them or something stupid like that. Where it's
Which
just
one
like
surprised me because there is radiation within the phones. That's why you're not supposed to sleep next to them. Is because you do get radiation poison from them.
that would explain a lot because I sleep next to my phone a lot.
Yeah,
So that would
you're not supposed to.
explain
You're supposed to put it further
so
away
many
because
things about
you
me.
do get a radiation poison from it because of
Maybe
from
that's why nothing about me is normal as I sleep
which is also
and
why you don't stand next to a microwave because you also get
getting
radiation poison from
rad
that.
overdose. Stand next to it, just sitting there, just watching your food cook, and you just got your face like in them, just come on, give me the hot dogs, give me the hot dogs,
Oh, I thought you were just gonna say, "Give me the radiation, give me
give
the
me that.
radiation."
Oh yeah, give me that red dose. Yeah. Oh man. Ninja also, by the way, hold on. I'm gonna scroll up really quick because we kind of skimmed over the robotic process animation automation, not animation, where you talked about anime thighs, and I have to go back into that. You can use RPA to figure out what people are saying and what is seen on screen. So you could do a decently well automized roleplay. Yes, please. Oh, that is the future. That is the future. You combine VR chat and automatic roleplay bots, and you get. Well, you probably just get porn. I'm not gonna lie. That's
There,
probably exactly what that's gonna
there.
be.
I saw a Twitter post actually. Well, you speaking of this, was there was a automation bot that was that they were teaching to do simple interactions on VR chat. Like it didn't say anything. It wasn't an actual roleplay bot, but like to serve to pour a drink and serve alcohol or something like that. Like
Yeah.
it was taught to do that stuff, and it was like it was a bot that was brought in. It wasn't like it was part of the world. It was brought in,
Right. Yeah.
and it was learning from that. I was having machine learning from that. It was just like, oh my god,
It was learning. It
that's
was,
kind of crazy.
oh boy. I feel like, yeah, as soon as bots learn how to. People think they're going to take over the world when they learn to do stuff. No, they're just going to be really kinky. Like, humans, as soon as they get a bot that can do kinky stuff. I mean, let's be honest here. We're all adults here. At least you all should be. This is an 18 plus stream.
This is a mature. This is where we mentioned this is a mature stream.
This is a mature
Both of us are
stream.
mature streamers.
No, people are very sexual creatures, and since the dawn of time, the number one thing we've all been focused on every time any kind of new thing is around, it's how can we make this sexy? How can we sexify this? How can we make ourselves look super attractive with lead? And yeah, I feel like that's the first place robots are going to go. The leading enterprise for robotics advancement is going to be it's going to be porn, is going to be sex bots. I will bet you a bajillion dollars that I
There,
mean it's already
there are already
like
stuff that there's already
yeah, there's
things out there
already
that
plenty of stuff and it's really come a long way. Like, you know,
well,
like
there's
I said, this is an
there's
18
certain
plus stream.
technology where
Like
you
the
combine
love
it with
end
VR.
stuff and things like that, where it's just there's so many advancements, and it just immediately as soon as something comes out, one, it's military, or two, it's for sex. Those are the two biggest advancements: killing each other or sexing each other. Those those are the two biggest.
I don't know where this is going. I don't think we should go any further down this path. I'm gonna stop it right there. I don't know how we got here. But I'm gonna stop it right
Those,
there.
I mean, that's a huge part of like of
Well, that's a huge part of culture in general, but it's not the path I want to go down this podcast.
It's definitely not the path we want to go down. But I
think
mean,
you might want to catch up on your chat. That might be the better thing.
the world has gone very into the aspect of lewd. Yeah. So happy you guys have been doing a podcast. Yeah, hey dog lovers. Yeah, we finally doing the podcast again. We're talking
Once
about
again.
sexy robots. Yeah. Bran doesn't want it to go this way, but I think
I never said I didn't want to
can
go.
drive
I just want to want the
conversation
podcast to go down this
to
way.
a specific direction. No, I'm just kidding.
This is what I deal with. This is what I deal with every time I go on here. This is
as my
anyone who wants to know. Anyone who wants to know why we don't do the podcast anymore, this is the reason. It's all Waffles' fault. He's always attracted to certain things.
Brand's the one who keeps us in check. Brand's trying to roll. I can't. I'm like a wild stallion, Brand. You can't keep me. You can't keep me holstered forever. I have to be free.
This is the funny thing about us is because you are the one that goes off on different topics, and I am like the one that tries to go like, all right,
keeps me in check.
Yeah,
but like I mean,
always a combination.
Being 100% like serious though, like that is I think that's like a huge part of like all of our technical advances. A lot of it, well, especially military, not just the sex stuff. I mean, the sex stuff is here or there, but like. I think that has definitely been like a huge part of.
Well, it's always become like military first, and then that stuff gets rolled into
into sexy bots.
I was just gonna say public sectors in general, but okay, yeah, that's.
Yeah, I mean, that is 100% true.
Like, I guess take drones for an instance. There's always been military drones, and then they're like, yeah, we can make this a public thing now, and there's now
now that it has become publicly traded technology. You know, originally it's like the military holds on to all this tech, and then we get it, and we're like, sweet,
and then it's expensive
I
as shit, and then it becomes cheaper
for my automated sexy bot, and yeah.
I just want everyone to note down what if you ever start.
Look, I want to talk about sexy bots. Okay, listen. I missed out on awesome New Year's VR chat stuff. I didn't get my sweet VR chat New Year's experience, and I want sexy bots.
You saying that makes me think of so many bad things the way this can go. He starts talking about these robots and sex talk, and he's going, I'm only doing this because I missed my VR chat New Year's.
No correlation, just a random thought. Those were two completely disconnected statements.
Are you sure about that? I'm not too sure about that, Waffles.
I mean, VR stuff does seem like the way that stuff is going to go in the future for sure. 100%.
Well, there are already technologies that correlate both of them together.
Yeah,
so it's quite scary.
It's probably like not very refined right now, but I'm sure it probably will get refined.
Somebody's working on it.
So in the future, yeah, somebody's working on that somewhere. Your math teacher used to say, "Any invention that can be used for good and evil." Yeah. Any invention can be used for good and evil depending on who's wielding it. Yeah, I just explained what the good is. There's murder bots and there's sexy bots. Out of the two, I think I choose sexy bots for the good of mankind.
For the good of mankind. For the good of me. Oh no, Waffles. Oh no.
If I had my way, they'd all be flexing bots, and I would have just a massive amount of flexing robots.
They'd all just be flexing.
Times.
Oh my god.
I mean, that could be like your gym trainer robot. Like you have a bot that's constantly telling you. They actually have that for VR. They actually have VR trainers who you have the VR glasses on, and the trainer will be beside you, like running with you and telling you to like keep up pace and stuff like that. Because, if somebody else is with you, you just automatically like you willing to push that much farther. Whereas opposed to if it's just your self training and stuff like that, there's not as much drive It's a lot harder to push yourself than to have somebody else push you and say, "You can do this. Come
Oh
on."
yeah, it's the motivation of someone else rather than just yourself. Sometimes you just need that secondary opinion and motivation. Also, Happy New
Yeah.
Year's, Doug lovers.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, no, it's kind of one of those things where you always have that moral support, which is a good thing, and then VR takes it to another level where it's just like now you kind of have that person next to you. You feel like it instead of just
Yeah,
someone
I mean,
through a screen yelling at you. Do it. You got
do it. You
make
got
your
this.
dreams come true.
You just have Darth Sidious behind you. Just do it. Do it. Run fast. He's just got like electricity hands, like chasing.
Chasing you.
New
Oh, God.
new fitness app. There's like a serial killer behind you chasing you. And you have to run as fast. He's just got
It's
like,
no longer a workout. It's adrenaline
it's
rush.
just it's just like Jason Voorhees coming after you.
Where have we taken this? Where is this going?
he's, he's just chasing you down, and you're like on a treadmill with VR glasses on. You're like trying to
gotta
run
keep-
away.
Oh my God. Where are we going with this?
You think there's a direction? You think there's a direction for our podcasts?
Run away from
Rat.
Popo Mountain.
You naive fool. New way to get fit, run away from Popo Mountain.
Oh my God. That's a throwback. That is
that's
a throwback.
that's a far back throwback. He's coming for you. Oh, little children. Oh God.
Brandon's trying to apply logic to chaos.
Yeah. Bran is.
You know, well, because the funny thing is that normally I can bring us back to a certain topic, but I don't even know where we went off to what topic to bring.
Where did we go wrong? Where could we possibly have gone wrong?
Considering that the idea of this was to catch up, and now we're on whatever we're on at this point. It's quite difficult to ring us back in to
And
something.
you want to do a drunk stream. You want to do a drunk podcast.
Oh,
Can you
I am
imagine?
totally down for one because I think it's going to be complete chaos, and I'm not even going to be able to keep track of where I'm at. Because at least in these senses, I can keep track of where we're at, where we're going to try to ring you back. But I can't. But drunk, there's no chance of either of us.
Where are we
keeping track.
going? Yeah, no, it's you know, that's why I love these podcasts though, because I feel like
Just keep rambling on for days on end.
with you here to rein me in, I love being able to just go off on a tangent and not have to break. Because that's the problem with streaming solo, is that there's nobody to stop me, and I just have free reign to talk about whatever, and then it just ends up going into places with no one to tell me otherwise, and it's just a bad idea to give me that much free reign. Let's be real.
Also, before we move on, have a good night, Ninja.
Yeah, Nighto Ninja. Sleep
And
well.
then-
I'm surprised you're awake.
And then
Get that sleep.
That's what Arya is here for, apparently.
Yeah, that's actually what Arya is. Legit, Arya, thank you so much for always being here and keeping me in check and being like, Waffles, stop. That's what I
Waffles is
need.
good at
I
going
need
off
somebody to tell
topic.
me
Brandon
Waffles,
always brings things back
Yeah,
now.
that's why we work so well together.
Yeah, I know. I always love doing these because it's kind of funny. Because the best part is that I don't always have to think of topics to talk about. I don't have to try to, because I can just let you run with something for days on end, and then all I have to do is just chime in every so often and put my
Brand's
spin on
like,
some stuff,
Waffles?
and then I can just let you run it with it.
I love the fact that Arya put in one exclamation quote thing, the only exclamation quote, and the first thing it chose was "Prepare the sex toys."
Yeah,
What
fits-
stream that
it's
was
so
from,
fitting.
I have no idea. But it's probably not the only time I said that on stream.
Well, it kind of fits with what we went off on. Funny
Yeah,
enough,
I know it fits so well. It's perfect.
of all the quotes it could have been, it was one that fit.
Yeah, fire gets me going. Fire's devil's advocate. I feel like there's two distinct halves to my community. It's the one that keeps me going and eggs me on, and the other half that brings me back. It's those two, and you guys are amazing. You guys work so well together. At some
Oh,
points,
I'll continue to egg you on for forever until unless I'm on the podcast with you. Then I bring you back. But
Somebody stirs the pot,
but
and
when
somebody's like, "Whoa, too much stirring."
it's
So back onto
never
the
enough.
topic of sex bots. No. I mean, I think I've said all I need to say. I think the future
I
is
hope
sex
so. I hope
bots.
you don't have more to say about this because I'm getting quite concerned, Waffles.
No, I think
I'm worried that I'm worried the lockdown or this COVID thing is preventing you from out,
it's like
from getting
it's my
out and
dreams coming back.
releasing some urges.
It's coming out into reality. It's I wake up every day and go, "Where's my sex bots?" Oh, I wish. I do have some weird dreams too. I had a
About sex
crazy
bots?
dream.
Bots?
No, not about sex bots,
Tonight, we're gonna
although tonight
tonight
maybe
we're gonna
we'll
hear
see where
tomorrow.
dreams go tonight after this conversation. Um no, I get really weird dreams that never make any sense, and they're all like going off onto another tangent.
Okay,
A lot of people have dreams about stuff like, really popular ones like my teeth are falling out or falling
I
off
haven't
a
heard
cliff.
that one before.
Oh yeah, teeth falling out is like a huge, like a very strangely common nightmare that a lot of people have. Has anybody at chat? Has any of you had the teeth falling out dream? Because apparently that's super common. It's strangely common. Yeah, the teeth falling out is a very common dream. Oh, I hate that. Yes,
Oh,
Arya's
there you
had
go.
it. Fire's had
Oh
it.
yeah.
It sucks. Yeah, it really like I had it once, and it's so strange how common that dream is. I don't know why. Like, there's some part of the human subconscious that is like scared of their teeth falling out or
Interesting.
something like that. But that is a very
Okay.
common dream.
Anyways,
I don't really have dreams like that. I don't have ones where I'm falling off a cliff or running through the woods or my teeth are falling out. I get ones where an interdimensional being comes and steals my body, and I have to spend the rest of the dream trying to get my body back while I'm traveling with a strange person that I've never met before and going through several dimensions. I had a dream after watching an episode of King of the Hill with my brother uh, 2 nights ago that was I lost my body.
okay.
Somebody stole my body, and I was replaced. I was shoved into the body of young King of the Hill, like young Hank Hill, but it was like when the dream like when I realized I was young King of the Hill, like it started playing like a like the theme song to King of the Hill, and it like showed the letters and stuff like that, like in my dream. And I was just sitting there going, "Help. What's going on? Why am I?" And I don't know why I was young King of the Hill. I I can't tell you why. Also, I had some cool 80s rocker hair for no reason. Um, and I was with a girl that I still to this day could not tell you who it was. It was just a random girl. It wasn't Peggy, it was someone. And we chased my body down through several different dimensions. Like, we were in one place, and I would figure out who had my body, and I would see myself walking around, being kind of like a jerk to people and just kind of misusing my body in general and making everyone think I was an asshole. And I
Right.
would like chase him down, but I'd do like Hank Hill things randomly. I'd be like, "I'm gonna kick your ass," and I would like chase him down and go to like punch him. And I remember actually punching him at one point and being like, "Give me back my body," and then he would just like bamf out to a different dimension, and then suddenly we'd be in a totally different place. And like one time I was in a trailer park, the other time I was in a video game like Zelda or something like that. My dreams don't make any sense, guys.
Hey, that's what make them interesting. At least they're not common ones. At least they're interesting ones.
It sounds like an episode of Rick and Morty. Yeah. You're not wrong. You have story, big fantasy, dark fantasy, bit of sci-fi dreams. Yeah. Dog Lover says, I have some pretty weird dreams, though some good, scary, and a lot of them you wake up and was like, what the hell was that dream? Yeah, I get that all the time. And I will lose bits and pieces of it. And the dream was like, my God, this dream was so interesting. Why can't I remember any of it?
Yeah, yeah.
And I will try to go back and remember my dream, but after a certain point, you just lose it. So I've been wanting to keep a dream journal because I think it would make amazing stream conversation. Some of the
It'd make an
dreams I
interesting
have.
story. You just do that, and we'll have a segment on the podcast. Just
Yeah.
Waffle's dream journal.
I
Just read us.
yeah, I want to get into the habit of like waking up and then just writing my dream down immediately before I do anything else because that's when you remember it. Arya says, one of my weirdest was I had a dream about a zombie attack in my old senior school. I've had several zombie attack streams. It may or may not have to do anything with my obsession with zombies and how much I love them in every genre ever. I'm a big zombie guy. It was horrific. I woke up in a panic, then went back to sleep and had the exact same dream. Oh, God, I know how that goes. Then went back to sleep. Oh, wait, no, I already read that part. Except you remembered everything, so it was like redoing in a game mission. And it was just like stuck on repeat. Oh, yeah, those ones suck. You ran straight for the guns and kicked ass. Oh, except for you could change it? Oh, my ones where I get repeat is just I'm stuck doing the same thing in a loop over and over. And no matter how much I want to change it, like my mind is trying like, you've got to change it. Bad stuff is going to happen. It's like, no, you're going to.
It's just like a replay on a video, and just like a video replay.
Yeah, it's just like a video replay. You found magic and was like waving your hands to kill zombies with magic. Yes.
It's like watching horror movies over and over again, and you know exactly what's gonna happen. And you're like, you shouldn't do this, and
like
it just
slow motion.
It just happens the same way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the second part sounds super awesome. That sounds super fun. I've had a few zombie dreams. One where I was a professional zombie hunter. I don't remember it very clearly, but my family was there and we were all professional zombie hunters, which was awesome. My dad was kicking ass, and we would just rock around with flamethrowers. And that dream actually really sucked because at the end, one of my family members accidentally lit me on fire, and that was my last part of that dream before I woke up. Was me getting lit on fire, and you can't really feel pain in the dream, but you feel the emotion. You feel the fright, the scare, the terrifyingness. Yeah, and I was just woke up going like, that was freaky. You just wake up in kind of like that just the raw emotion of fear of something like falling off of a cliff or being lit on fire. But yeah, no, that was another zombie dream I had. I've had a lot of ones like that. We're just randomly killing zombies for no reason. I don't know why. It's part of my subconscious.
I mean, you just like them, right?
Yeah.
Attractions.
Are you trying to say I have about as much brain as a zombie? Is that what you're saying, Bran?
Oh, no, I was
Should
just
I
saying
be
because you like the
insulted?
genre. I mean, I could. I could. Yeah.
No, you're not wrong. Sometimes I do have zombie brain, especially when I don't get enough sleep.
Zombie brain.
You actually had a
Zombie
continuing
waffles.
narrative when going back to sleep, and that was pretty cool. Oh, really? Sometimes I can be able to continue my dream, but it's very rare.
Not often have I had continued dreams.
Yeah, Bran, do you have any cool dreams? Do you have any cool dream stories? I'm very
Not
curious.
that I can remember. Not anything where I'm
need a dream
chased
journal.
down by zombies or anything.
Dream journal time.
I also mostly forget mine after the issue with me is a lot of times I'm short. I have short-term memory loss like very easily in general with certain things like. Well, not severe where it's an actual condition, but like I know I.
Bran, what have we been talking about for the past hour, Bran?
The only thing I can remember is fucking sex
All I
spots.
can remember is sex spots.
Because you were just talking about that. Like, that's the issue.
That's the one thing we're gonna take away from this entire podcast is Waffles talking about sex. See, I'm telling you, it's part of the human subconscious. Soon as you start talking about sex or sex bots or anything, the human
No,
brain
it's only
is
because
like,
you went on a fucking tangent about it. No, but like sometimes I can't. Like, I'll have like lunch or something, and then like an hour or two later, I'll be like, I can't even remember what I ate, and I'm just like, what the fuck did I just eat? And
mm. I have the opposite problem. I'll think too much about what I just ate, or like I have extra sensitive short-term memory where I will constantly like repeat what happened in the short term in my brain, and it'll just get stuck there. Something really dumb.
there's some things I can remember, and there's some things I really can't. So when it comes to dreams, especially, like I'll wake up, I'll remember it, I'll go do something else really quickly, and then I'll forget about it. I'm like, I can't even remember a single thing that happened in that thing. And I'm like, all right, move on with my day.
See, that's the thing. I don't do that. I don't move on with my day. I lay there in bed and I try to remember what happened, and I'm like, I'm doing it. And I eat my breakfast. I'll be like eating my breakfast, being like, I'm gonna remember what happened in that dream. I know I've got like bits and pieces, and like brief images will flash through my mind, and I'll be like, oh, the dots are. I'm gonna connect those dots. It's gonna be epic when I remember this dream.
I don't know what it's the sense of just like the comfort in a bed or something, or like for me it's almost like an imaginable like bubble around my bed where once I get out of it, it's gone, and I'm just like, yeah, there's no use in trying to remember it because I'm not gonna remember it.
I think I have that too.
Which is the worst part for me about trying to, which is why I can't remember people's names in general. Like I will never be able to remember a lot of people's names unless I like constantly think about it, like over and over, and see them over and over again. Because if someone tells me their name in the short term, I'll forget it later on. Which is why VR chat's great because I can see name tags.
Yeah, because there's name tags above everybody's head, and then when you see a name tag and you can't remember who they are, then you're in trouble.
Then you're screwed.
Like,
then you're like,
hi, Fancy Sonic 63. I remember you.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. Yep. Then you don't have any excuse.
Nope.
Dog Lover says, or the kind where something good is happening and about to happen, and then the damn alarm goes off, and you're like, no! Yes.
Yeah, I've
had that. Yeah, I think a lot of us have had that one where, a lot of time I don't even remember what was happening that would have been good. And I'll just remember having that good feeling and being like, something awesome was about to happen. Blarstone, thank you for the raid.
Or you have that feeling that something was good was happening, and you just woke up right before Yeah, it's like, God damn it.
No. Yeah, no, I totally get that. Hi, hey guys, what's up? Hello, welcome Blarstone, welcome Raiders. We are talking about dreams right now in the podcast. Somehow we ended up getting to this point. I don't know how.
This was supposed to be catching up, Waffles. This was supposed to be us catching up, and it's turned us into us talking about random things that just have come out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was us catching up, and then somehow we got into sex bots, and then somehow we got into dreams.
I just want to point that out once again. We go rambling on a different topic. Normally, it can be reined in. But we've just accepted our faith at this point and just gone off in one direction.
Yeah, things have gone places. Hold on. Fire says, rewinding just a little bit. Fire says, I had a dream about going back and forth between different planes of existence to save someone. That's pretty cool. That's pretty epic. It was a bit of a dark fantasy world where everything was hued yellow. There was this doctor who gave me an implant to travel on my own, and then went to the mountain to traverse the plane to go to another dimension. It was a really cool dream. That sounds epic.
It's awesome.
Yes. You just talked about cuffing season? Wait, what is cuffing season?
Oh no.
You fumbled the raid. Oh no. What happened? Thank you for shouting him out, by the way, Arya.
Arya's
Um,
on it today.
yeah, I feel like a lot of our dreams and stuff like that is very much influenced by our hobbies. A lot of gamers have dreams that are very much like video game influenced. Um, a lot of a lot of my dreams, at least, very. I mean, at least speaking for myself, a lot of my games, because I play a lot of video games. A lot of my dreams are very inspired by like going to weird dimensions and kicking ass, or like fighting zombies, or casting magic and weird things like that. That would make no sense anywhere else besides a video game. Like weird video game logic too, like you have to go here, and like weird NPC dialogue where nobody would talk like in real life, but somehow in your dream it totally makes sense. And yeah, that's totally legit. Hello, I am NPC number 53 and you have to go save my dog. It's very strange. Um,
Well, I feel like a lot of it is well, obviously because of your interest, you're constantly thinking about that stuff, and I think subconsciously, obviously, if you're thinking about that stuff, that's how your dreams get influenced by. It's just
right.
things that you're constantly thinking about, and which is why
Like King of the
I'm
Hill.
yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna
Which is
kick
why
your ass.
which is why I think there was I can't remember the details exactly, but there was like something where it was showing where if you want to like be able to influence your dreams, one of those things is to think about what you want to think about, like when you're sleeping, and just have it in the back of your mind, constantly thinking about it.
Yep.
Because the more you start thinking about it, and more constantly start thinking about it before you go to bed, the more likely you're influeing your dreams are going to happen. Which is I can't remember the exact term for it, but if you ever want to control your dreams, you one of those things is
Like
that you
lucid
just
dreaming.
yeah, lucid dreaming, that's what the word I was looking for was, is that you
Yeah.
just go, I'm in a dream, I'm in a dream, I'm in a dream before you go to bed, and then like to subconsciously think that you're actually there, and then you go into the dream, and then you think about it, and you go, I'm in a dream, and then you go, yeah, I actually am in a dream, I can control
Yeah.
lucid dreaming, and then you actually control it. Like that's one of those things because you're subconsciously just thinking about it, so it influences what your mind is doing. Because at the end of the day, when you're in deep sleep, your all your dream is going to the back of your mind.
So, I've lucid dreamed once,
I've
and
never lucid dream. I've never had it.
I one time, and it was on accident. Yeah, there's training stuff and stuff to do for like lucid dreaming. Um, and you have to like train your mind a little bit, but I've always been like terrified of lucid dreaming because the stories people tell me, like that leads to stuff like sleep paralysis and things like that, and that kind of stuff scares the ever living heck out of me. And I don't want to be anywhere near
Well,
my
yeah,
sleep
because one of those
demons.
one
God,
of
if
those
my
things that
dreams are an indication, no, I'm good.
because one of those things that could also happen is that when some people have woken up in the middle of a lucid dream, but you're still dreaming, or or your body's still thinking you're in a dream state, so you're paralyzed almost, which is
Yeah,
really scary.
no, that's and yeah. That, I mean that, and that leads to you being scared, which influences your dreams. Your emotions influence your dreams super hard, and then you automatically think of the worst thing possible, like what would be really bad right now. And I hate that in a dream when I'm dreaming and I'm like, boy, you know what the worst case scenario would be, and that of course appears because you're dreaming, and it's your brain goes, please don't be this, please don't be this. Oh god damn it. And it's
God,
like Satan or something like that. It's or it's the opposite way around, where you're like, this would be really good if this happened. This would, oh yeah, it just happened. Um, I lucid dreamed once, one time, and I realized I was lucid dreaming in the middle of this dream. I don't know how it happened. Um, it was very strange. I was just dreaming about um, funnily enough, robots, after we were just talking about what we were talking about. And it was like, I can't remember if it was a robot. No, it was like the apocalypse or something like that. And the robots were actually helping everybody out, and they were the last ones like trying to help out humanity. It was like the apocalypse or something like that. And um there was a few like weird demon people moving around trying to stop humanity from surviving and stuff like that. And in the middle of this, there was like a demon girl coming after me, and she was freaky deaky. Oh, freaky. She was not like a sexy demon girl. No, it was like freaky, screeching, banshee demon girl. And she was coming after me, and the bots were trying to save me. And I realized somehow in the middle of this chaos that I was lucid dreaming. And I turned around and I looked at this screaming banshee demon lady, and I was like, it's just a dream. I don't have to be scared. I don't have to. And then my primitive lizard brain, as soon as I realized I was lucid dreaming, the first thing, because I am a human man, I'm a human male, first thing I wanted to see when I realized I was dreaming, I was like, okay, I have the power. Show me naked demon lady. And I thought it would work. Turns out it doesn't work as well as you think it would. And somehow, even though I knew I was dreaming and I was lucid dreaming, and I tried my best to turn her into sexy demon naked lady, she became super pissed that I was trying to turn, like she read my mind and became super angry that I was trying to turn her into a naked lady. And ended up getting even more terrifying, and actually started like chasing me down harder, and it did not turn out like I was hoping in my lucid dream. And I remembered all this perfectly, like to the T. And then I ended up just forcing myself awake because it was getting worse and worse. Like she summoned more of them or something like that. It got bad. So I've learned one thing. Don't try to summon. Don't try to. When you're lucid dreaming, don't try to summon naked ladies. 9 times out of 10, probably won't turn out the way you're expecting. Did not work out like I was hoping with that one.
Why is today's session about this? Why do we have a common theme here, Waffle? I'm seeing a very common theme with you.
Listen.
It's not it. It's not even just. I'm just seeing a common theme with you.
Listen. You know,
I'm getting concerned.
I'm just,
Waffles.
you know, I'm just giving it. I'm just telling you guys straight. Like, you know, I'm not gonna pretend like I didn't do anything else when I lucid dreamed. Like that's legit what happened. You know, I'm not gonna tell you. Yeah, I tried to dream of myself being a Superman or something. No, I tried immediately dreaming of naked ladies, and it did not work. So, yeah.
That's crazy. That's kind of funny. That's pretty funny.
And I've never lucid dreamed since because it terrified me. And I was really scared I was going to get sleep paralysis when I woke up. But I didn't. I managed to force, and I actually felt it for a second. Like I felt this weird, you can't move for a brief moment. But I think I was still on the verge enough of the lucid dreaming that I wasn't totally in sleep paralysis territory. So I ended up waking up and being like, okay, no more lucid dreaming for a very long time, and moving on with my life.
Moving on. Yeah, no, that's fair.
Have you ever
crazy.
Sorry, Chad. I wanted to give you guys my lucid dreaming experience and give you guys a fair warning. Be careful. Be careful about lucid dreaming.
Be careful if you ever find yourself lucid dreaming.
Mm-hmm. Don't just think whatever you think is going to happen is going to happen. Sometimes it doesn't. Won't. Sometimes it'll just be like a really, really vivid nightmare. Fire says, yes, I've had sleep paralysis and can confirm, probably the most terrified you've ever been in your whole life. Yeah, thankfully I've never experienced that. And I really don't want to ever experience that. And if I know a lot of people who have trouble with like sleep paralysis and stuff like that, and it is not a good time. So that's one of the reasons I've been kind of, I never want to lucid dream, because if you have to start worrying about that stuff, it's like, no, I'm good. Dog Lover says, have you ever had a dream when you know it's a dream, and in the dream you're like, it's a dream, I need to wake up now, but you can't wake yourself up, and in the dream you're trying so hard to wake up? Yep, all the time. Um, I have definitely bouts of where I barely realize I'm in a dream, and my subconscious realizes it's a dream, but my entirely conscious brain doesn't realize it's a dream. So I'm subconsciously trying to wake. It's very weird the way the brain works, but like subconsciously I'm telling myself to wake up, but my, or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe I'm consciously, it's hard to tell what the difference between the two is when you're dreaming. Um, but it's definitely not to the point where I 100% become lucid and my brain can think comprehensively. It's just me going freaking out and panicking and trying to find some solution because I'm having a bad dream, where my brain's like, it knows it's in a dream, but at the same time it doesn't know it's in a dream, if that makes any sense. Like, I know I'm in a dream, but my brain's like, no, you're stuck in here. You're stuck in here and you're screwed forever. Good luck. Have fun. And it just gets, yeah. Bran, you need to start keeping a dream journal.
Man, it's not gonna happen. Like
You gotta wake up right from your dream and then just write it down as fast as possible. That's what I've been thinking about doing.
I don't think I can do that. That's the issue. Is that it's like it just goes away too quickly for me. It just like I don't know if it's just my mind or whatever, or just the way like it just my brain works.
Yeah,
It
a lot of
disappears
people.
so quickly for me that like all like there are some parts that I can remember, but more than half the time, by the time I'm actually fully aware and able to do anything, I'm just like
It's
I
already
can't
too late.
remember.
You've already
Yeah, I'm
lost
like
it.
I
Yeah.
can't even remember.
By the time you
Like
even can remember to, that's why I think it's got to be like a habit. Like it's something that you subconsciously teach yourself to just write it down really quick or
yeah,
remember it really quick.
because there's moments where I do remember where it's just I'm having a dream, and then everything blacks out, and then
Yeah.
there's a small gap, and then you wake up and you're just like, what? Because it's just like you know you were just dreaming, and you're just like somewhere in between there. I just blacked out of the dream and just woke up and started to wake up because I don't know how, obviously I don't know how long that blackout period is in reality, but it feels like long enough where it's just like there's a good enough gap between there and waking up where it's just like, oh wow, because I'm out, because obviously at that point you're out of your deep sleep. When you're
Yeah.
if you black out, that point you're out of your deep sleep, which is who knows when you're trying to wake up. And
Yeah.
man,
I think that's
I
the
don't
best
know.
chance of like remembering your dream is if you get woken up like mid REM sleep. Like if you get woken up like mid super into your dream, then you have a better chance of remembering it. Whereas if you are like just do a natural sleep cycle, you don't remember jack crap because you got a good night's sleep and your brain had already calmed down.
To be fair, my
And
sleep schedule's been really screwed over right now,
me
so
too.
like
Me too. You know,
the chances of me dreaming in the first place is really difficult.
I know I had a weird dream last night, but this was another one of those things where it's like I can't remember it. I woke up, I had breakfast, and I got an image flashing through my head of something, some weird like thunderstorm or something like that, but I can't like I couldn't put it together. And it's very strange sometimes when you're trying to think of it, like you will think of a scene and suddenly all the dots will connect. Like your brain just it will connect every single neuron that had that memory of that dream and it'll just all come together and you'll remember everything about the dream. And other times it'll be like you got your memory erased, which is I think the most frustrating part for me is like I don't like losing pieces of my memory. If I had a cool epic dream, I want to know what it was, damn it. I want to know my cool epic dream because it was like watching an awesome movie and then you just forgot everything about it. And you're like, no, it was super cool.
I always want to remember my dreams sometimes, but a lot of time it's kind of always hit a point now where it's just like I've accepted just like it's not happen. Like sometimes like I'm gonna lose those like because like
Yeah.
I know my memory already. It's just like yeah, there's so many things to remember.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna remember. Like it's so difficult. Like even in school, there
You're
were
just
so many
like,
things.
nah, screw that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, even school, there were so many different things where it's just like I cannot remember. Like because um I I was had to take test for my if I'm disabled, I guess in quotations disabled. Um, and one of those things that I failed, well, failed again, quote unquote, um, not normal, is memory.
Oh
Is that,
no.
so like so it's like
Okay.
it was like from that point it was just like yeah. I know my memory is shit. Like the school system's telling my memory is shit, and I can tell my memory is
Oh
in certain
no.
situation is shit. So it's just like from a young age, I was just like, yeah, there are certain things that I'm guaranteed not to remember, and there are other things where really weird things that I'm going to remember, but there are some things that I'm just never gonna remember until a while longer.
Yeah.
And the weird thing is that like if I do remember it, um, there's a good chance that like I'll remember it for a long term. Like there are stupid things that happened to me in childhood that I can still remember now because I
Yeah.
can remember them because my long term memory is perfectly fine. It's just do I retain it in the short term? If I just retain it in the short term, then there's a
You'll remember it
possibility
a
I
year
remember.
from
I will.
now.
Yeah, exactly. If I remember in the short term, there's a possibility I remember it down the line. If I forget it in the short term, it's gone.
Yeah, it's
There's no
so
chance.
strange. I've always wanted to like talk with someone with like short-term memory loss because it's so strange how like it kind of like the files are there, the memory is there, but somehow they can't access it until a certain amount of time has passed and it's gone through, I don't know, whatever your brain does. And it's so to not be able to remember stuff in the short term sounds like sounds like an interesting like I don't know how I would function if I couldn't remember what I was doing in the short term or stuff like that. And it's I mean, and legit people do have like short term memory loss where they just can't remember what they were doing,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
like for
There's
the
a lot
past
of
hour.
I don't quantify myself as actual short term memory loss. I just have loss of certain short term memory. Like I'm not
Short term
actual
memory
short term.
malfunction.
Yeah, there's a gap between there because
Yeah.
I'm not actual short term memory loss because there's a lot of people who have like legitimate short term memory loss where there's a lot of things they will not remember in the short term.
Hmm.
But like for me, there's only certain things. There's small gaps and there's um
Yeah.
that I won't remember.
And I
But
think it's
I
important to like just I mean, that's probably a healthy thing to do. Just be like, all right, you know what? We're just gonna move on with our lives and not think about it because I think if it was
but
me
there's
and
certain
I had
small
short term
details that
memory
like
loss, I would just be
yeah
like obsessed with it for
there's
way too long.
I guess I've lived with it for a while, so I kind of just learned to accept it. At the same time, it's one of those things where it's just like there's certain so minute things, like there's small things that in my life aren't gonna matter. That it's just like if I stress over this, th- I have
Yeah.
no chance at anything else. So it's just like I might as well just let it go and move on
Yeah,
with my
yeah,
day,
that's
and
it's
then
probably the
worry
healthy
about
way to
something
look
on the
at it.
later on.
I have
There,
some
there's too
OCD
many
problems
things.
with that stuff sometimes.
There's too many things in this world that are stressful. I don't need to stress about this really small thing.
Yeah, sometimes I tell myself that, and my brain just doesn't let me. It'll be like, no, you have to stress out over this. You have to remember this. I I'll get weird little OCD moments like when I'm uh it's very sometimes when I'm watching a movie or something like that, I'll miss a scene and I won't be thinking about the scene and I'll rewind it to go back to the scene. And my brain will tell me it's a very strange like neurosis that I have and I don't know what causes it, but my brain I will watch the scene again, but my brain won't remember it and I'll be like, well, that's weird. And I go back and I watch the scene again and I don't remember what happened. And then I go back and then I watch it again. And then I go back and I watch it again. And I'll be like, okay, why isn't this registering? This is getting annoying now. And it's some very strange um, selective memory kind of thing. And that's the only time I really get like an issue like that. and it's very weird, and I don't know what causes it, but it's very annoying for me sometimes when I just go through a scene over and over again. I still can't remember it, and then I will watch the rest of the movie, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, that's what that scene was. It's
See,
very
I feel like
strange.
what my mind does instead to compensate for a lot of this stuff is I'm constant. My mind's always or is either a lot of times at rest. So like I either feel really tired at some points and I need to like just rest for the rest of the day, and I'm like
Yeah.
sleeping for most of the day because like my mind's just like I'm shutting down for so long, or it's moving like 100 miles per second because
Those are my two modes.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They really are. Like there are some in between modes, but like there's a lot of times where I'm either exhausted and I'm just like, yeah, like today, like before the stream, like I was exhausted and I was sleeping, but
Oh
like I took
no.
a nap before I
Oh
took a nap
well,
and then woke up and had dinner and stuff and then was ready.
you were like, I'm
Uh,
ready to rock, baby.
yeah, and then but besides that, there's a lot of times where I'm constantly thinking of new things to do, new things I want to do, which is like which really sucks right now because I'm there's not a lot of things I can do right now, especially in COVID. So it's just like I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? So
You want to hang out with Waffles and have a cool conversation with him about sex bots
yeah, apparently so. But
and
no, but
dreams,
like I
dreams
guess
and
this
sex
brings
bots.
I guess this brings it back to kind of some of the current things I've been doing. So kind of half getting back on track of what our original topics were is I've been taking up a lot more stuff with Johnny
Yeah.
for in his stuff. I've been working on a lot of stuff there, and to occupy my mind because my mind's like 1,000 miles per second. I'm thinking I can improve this. I can do this.
I did this,
What if I
this.
change this?
Especially
How about
with
we try to
without trying to fill the void of not with the COVID job stuff and everything like
yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like I like normally like if I was working, my mind's at work. I'm exhausted when I come home. I'm exhausted because I've been working all day, thinking, interacting with people, and obviously as an introvert, I'm run on a battery. So when I start interacting with people
Yep.
so long, it drains it, and I come home. I'm like, yeah, I'm done for today.
Yep. I'm good.
My mind is
My
dead.
battery's out.
Yeah,
Batteries.
and I'm just gonna sit here
Battery's on
dead
empty.
faced. Yeah, I'm gonna sit here dead faced watching a video for the rest of the night, and that's what I do. But because I don't have that to occupy my mind, my mind right now is just racing 1,000 miles per second,
Just
thinking like,
going everywhere.
what can I improve? What can I possibly do? What suggestions are being offered to me? How do I fix this? And then it's just
How do
like,
I get Waffles to stop going off on this weird sex bot tangent? How do I get him back?
which
Waffles,
is why.
get
Well,
back here.
to be fair, this is why I wanted to do the podcast at the same time, is because obviously
I mean, I missed
talking
it. Yeah,
for a
super.
while like drains your system and at least makes me think about what to come up with next, and I'm not wasting it on something.
No worries, Arya. Speaking of which, I'll get through chat. I haven't read chat in a little bit. Sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
we'll get through chat.
I got weird into sex dream, lucid dreaming talk, and
Lucid dreaming.
we got lost for a second there. Arya, you get some rest. You definitely
Arya.
deserve it. So
Yes,
so get some
Arya.
rest, and I hope
Indeed.
you did good on your studying. Happy lurking. Thanks for always hanging out and being here with us. Hello, Grayson. Welcome to
Hello.
welcome to whatever the heck we're talking
Whatever
about
this
now
is at this point.
Yeah.
It's our typical talk conversations where we go on a different things, but whatever
Rylus,
we
I see
really
you
should
there.
call this.
Hi, Rylus. Happy lurking to you too. Dog Lover says, I've been told I talk in my sleep, and I know there are times that I am half awake, and I will kind of be dreaming and say something random, and my fiance is like, what are you talking about? Or what did you say? And I'm like, awake, and I don't know, or something you don't realize what happened, but you want to admit you were asleep, or wait, hold on. Let me read that again. I'm awake enough to be like, I know, or I don't know, or never mind, or something that you realize happened, but you don't want to admit you were asleep or falling asleep. You'll kind of like try to half be awake and be like, yeah, I heard what you were talking about, and you'll like repeat the last thing you heard from them to try and pretend you were listening and totally entirely awake, and you don't want to admit you're asleep. Yeah, I know how that goes. I've definitely done that plenty of times before. Happy lurking as well, Fire. Thank you for hanging out. Please call you Ty. Okay, got it. Note to self. I hope you're having a good day, Ty. Also, lore streams, Blarstone, and Pumo, and Luca. Thank you for the follows. Thank you guys. Um, oh my gosh, my brain. What topic were we on?
Well, we were originally like mind. I guess we were really talking about the mind and just kind of
Oh
we
yeah,
were going to one of those really
more weird dream stuff.
no, well, no, I was gonna say that one of our more psychological topics kind of things. I don't feel like we do that very often, where it's just like we'll talk about something really stupid, and then we'll move into some kind of psychological thing, like analyzing our own kind of ways, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, well, I like to think about the brain. I have a knack for like I like to know how brains work. I think brains are super cool and super interesting and super duper complicated. And I think
No,
like
I love looking at like human personality and stuff because it's so like psychology in a way. So it's kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
really
like
interesting.
I've always had like a knack for psychology kind of stuff. If I wasn't if I had more I want to say if I had like more willpower to do it, if I had the ability to deal with people's problems all day, I probably would have been a psychiatrist, but I don't have that
Brains.
power. Brains. Yes, I have a fascination with brains and zombies. There's definitely a correlation there. I like zombies. I like brains. Enough said.
Enough said, right there. Enough said.
You should sleep, but you can't. Yeah, I know that feeling. I also have sleep issues a lot of times with my brain being too active. Um, I definitely suffer from some insomnia issues and stuff like that, which I think leads to a lot of my weird dreams. I think it definitely influences how strange my dreams get, just because it goes. I some when I get insomnia bouts, I will stay up and my brain won't shut down, and then suddenly I'll be thinking about something, I'll be watching a video, I'll be thinking of a video game I played on stream or something like that, and then brain will just enter the cutoff point where it's like I'm too exhausted to keep going. Enter sleep mode, and then it'll just be like whatever the heck game or weird thing it'll be that episode of The King of the Hill that I watched the earlier on or something like that, and suddenly that'll be what my dream is, and it'll be yeah, it'll be very confusing and strange and weird. um but there's a lot of times, yeah, my brain just won't turn off. I've got the active brain problem where it's got to keep going. It's got to keep going. I got to think about all the things that happened today. Brain, why won't you shut down? And I'll definitely have problems with that sometimes. So I totally get any of you guys that say you cannot sleep. I totally understand. But at the same time, get some sleep. Please get sleep. Sleep is so important. It stops you
It
from
really
having
is.
the crazy dreams.
It
You don't
stops.
want to be like me with the crazy dreams every day. Then you start seeing them in real life, and you don't want to see them in real life. Unless they're naked women, in which case, I mean, depending
Oh my
on your
god,
taste.
waffles.
But for me, maybe, maybe not so bad. Just kidding. What is sleep? Is that when you look at the ceiling and think about all your past traumas? Yes. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Think about every little thing that happened to you over the past several years of your life and even
I've done
farther
that.
back. Every bad thing that's ever happened to you just creeps into your brain when you lay down at night.
I've done
And
that. There's so many times I've done that.
all the strange like traumas, all the things that nobody, you embarrassed yourself at one point and
No one gives a
nobody
crap
even
about, but you
remembers them.
do.
But you do, and you'll stay up thinking about it all night.
Yep. Yep.
I've definitely had that.
I've done that many times.
Yeah, it's so
Many
funny
times before.
how much those like influences those like little moments, like I was talking about earlier with the pencil sharpener and getting up in the middle of class and stuff
Yeah,
like
you
that.
feel so
I
embarrassed,
still
but
have
like
nightmares from high school. Well, not nightmares, but like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you have you just think about it so often. You're like, God, that's so embarrassing. But that person that was watching you earlier doesn't remember a single clue about it.
They don't remember anything. Like they ever remember the time you got up in front of the class during the middle of a test and went with the pencil sharpener, just making a loud pencil sharpening noise, just in the middle of dead silence or whatever. Or that terrible presentation you got up in the middle
Yeah.
of the class to do. Nobody remembers it. You certainly do though, because
Well,
it affected you that much more.
I don't know if I said this on the podcast before, but remembering about stupid school memories. There's one that me and my friends won't ever forget because it was one of my friends who did it. Um, we had in high school. We had a test. We had a really good teacher in his class, but we had a test that day. So we were setting up for a test, and it was test about to start. My friend walks in with a McDonald's bag of pancakes and stuff, and he goes,
Sweet.
and he's like, "Oh fuck, there's a test, isn't there?
Oh,
Today's the test." And she's like,
oh.
"Yep," and he's just like, "Oh man," because he normally brought in like some food or like breakfast sometimes, and no one give a shit. But today was one
Wow,
of those
I wish
days
I
where
could have
it's
got
like,
away with bringing
"Oh
a
my
McDonald's in mid
God."
class. That would have been awesome.
So he goes, sits down, and then he's taking his test, and in the middle of his test, he's trying to eat his food. And- oh my God! And then, like it was just so
A
funny
plus B
because you
equals
just saw
C.
the look on you. Everyone was so quiet, and he just walks into the room, and you just see on his face like he just realized he's just like, man, this was not the time to do this.
Oh man,
And it was
can't
so
even
funny.
enjoy my McDonald's.
It was so funny, and I'll remember that, and I'm still good friends with the guy,
Oh
and then a
yeah,
couple, and one of the other guys in the class. So when we see each other, we brought it up before, and we kind of just laughed.
I think the worst part would be knowing that everybody can smell your delicious McDonald's in the
Oh
middle of
yeah,
this test. Like
everyone saw it. It was one of those
everyone.
guys who like you kind of just knew like he didn't care or anything, and it was with a teacher who didn't really care or anything. So it's just kind of funny. Like it was like no one had any questions about
No
it.
one
It was just
get.
more
Wow,
funny.
that sounds like such a chillax school. That
Oh, my
sounds
school's so
awesome.
small.
Oh
It was
man,
so
I
small.
wish nobody would give that. Yeah.
Like
There's
everyone
no
knew
way
who he
anybody can
was.
bring in McDonald's in our school. No way. You
Yeah,
get in
no,
so much
everyone
trouble.
knew who he was. It was just kind of one of those. God damn it! Like to the person, like, of course you're the one to make this mistake. Like it's.
Ty says,
Hey, hey,
dreams
Ty.
are a thing to keep the brain going, but also rest you. I think that is, yeah, that's very true. I think that's probably why I get crazy dreams, is because my mind is racing a lot of the time, and it's it continues moving, but also it's trying to turn itself off at the same time, and that's why I get like these weird insane dreams, because my brain is constantly racing and stuff like that, and it doesn't turn off. My brain is always going, uh and those are the days, like those insomnia days are when I get weird dreams. Weird dreams. I've been actually thinking about like taking like melatonin to try and get more restful sleep and stop my brain from being as active. So that's a new thing I'm gonna try. But at the same time, I kind of want those crazy dreams. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like the crazy dreams. It's like watching a movie while you're sleeping.
And that's why
It,
you have your dream journal. Then you
yeah,
gotta
that's
make
why
sure you keep it.
yeah, exactly. I wish I had like a camcorder I could record my dreams in.
God, that technology would be so weird.
That would be, I don't think it would make any sense, because dreams, boy, it doesn't make sense. Do you ever have dreams where like you're suddenly you're not yourself anymore, you're like dreaming in third person, like
Yeah.
you are controlling
Oh yeah.
yourself like from somewhere else, you're actually yourself watching yourself
Oh
from
yeah.
somewhere else?
It's a third person view. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
It's weird.
weird.
It's
It
very
doesn't
strange.
make any sense, but in your dream mind, totally normal. This is how I should be controlled. Like you have a controller, like I'm playing a video game of myself, like I'm controlling myself with a controller.
It's so weird. Man. The mind is so weird in itself.
Dog Lover says, as my mom says, your brain and your body are like, nope, not tonight, but you want to sleep so bad. Yeah, Some nights it'll just be like, nope, I think I'm going to start doing some exercise or something like that. See yourself as a battery. If you are overcharged by sleep, then you get nightmares. Maybe, yeah. It's, I don't know exactly. I mean, I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't know much about the brain. I know about my brain a little, and even then, my brain doesn't make any sense. My brain.
Your
Anybody who's listened to me
personality.
do
I
this
mean,
podcast for the past 2 hours knows my brain don't make sense. My brain, big crazy. Um, but yeah, I don't know what actually causes the nightmares or what doesn't. It's
I haven't looked that deeply into it.
Brand's like, yeah, we're just don't think about your dreams sometimes. It's probably for the best.
I've had nightmares before, and they're just like, oh,
Yeah.
there's so many different dreams I had. There's just so many that I just can't remember. Like you say, like, have you ever had this? And I can say, yeah, I don't remember any of the details, but I
Like the
know I've
teeth
had
falling out
this.
thing. Did you? So you've never had the teeth falling out one?
No, I've
Oh
never
man,
remembered having teeth falling out.
don't know
That's
why
a new
that's
one
so
to me.
common. That's a crazy common one. I used to have when I was a kid, and this probably goes back to when I was a kid. I used to actually get hallucinations. I used to hallucinate when I woke up. I would wake up in the middle of the night, and a hallucination would come and attack me. And I would actually wake up screaming in the middle of the night when I was like 10 years old, and my parents would come rushing into my room thinking because I was screaming bloody murder because there was a
Yeah.
hallucination attacking me, and I would freak out. And my parents would run into the room, thinking that I was being attacked or something like that, and they would be like, "What's wrong? What's happening?" And I'm like, "The doggy is bad. He's barking at me," and it would just be, and none of these were like threatening. It wasn't like a demon or a burglar or something like that. No, it was like a little wiener dog that would just come running in the room and like bark at me, and I would freak out for no reason. I would just be like, "A wiener dog? No! This is the worst thing that could possibly happen." And it would just get like it would just be absolute insanity, absolutely nonsense, but I would still be terrified of it anyways.
Hmm.
So I think a lot of it goes back to that when I was a kid. I'm not sure, I don't get that anymore. I don't get hallucinations, thank God. I don't know what I would do if little wiener dog started chasing after me when I woke up nowadays.
I, I just want to see that happen. It's just waffles, just like no, it's like a Vietnam flashback. It's just like, what happens is that we're gonna be going to the TwitchCon or something, and
Yeah,
we're just gonna walk by a wiener dog, and waffles is just gonna have
just
a Vietnam flashback.
flashbacks, just like,
"Ah, wiener
keep that thing
dog.
away from me. What's funny is my grandma actually has a wiener dog, and he's the most adorable, lovable little boy ever, and I love him so much.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's a great.
And then he
wiener
starts
dog.
barking at you, and then you go
Yeah,
like, "Oh
and
my!"
just like somewhere in the back
I've
of my mind,
I've
it's like,
seen this
stay
before.
away, Satan.
Yeah, I've seen this before.
I don't know. It was weird. I would watch Don Bluth movies as a kid. I don't know if you know like some of those Don Bluth movies, like The Secret of Nim or Rockadoodle or Five Old Goes West, American Adventure. Even like the Land Before Time series, that was Don Bluth.
Okay.
Very strange style, like Disney-esque animation, but so, like in this strange, uncanny valley area. And I would watch these movies, and then I would get my awesome hallucinations of these Don Bluth characters, and that shit still traumatizes me to this very day. There was a character called Rockadoodle. I don't know if anybody knows what Rockadoodle is, but that was legit the most nightmare fuel ever in my entire life. Like Rockadoodle it's about a Elvis impersonating rooster that's trying to find his voice because he forgot how to sing.
Okay.
And he's trying to get his voice back. And it was nightmare fuel for me as a kid. And that was
Which part? The rooster or the?
the rooster. Well, the rooster and the bad guy. There was an owl. There's like a creepy owl that stole his voice, and he's trying to get this voice back from this owl. and it scared the hell out of me.
I'm just imagining Waffles being terrified of an owl stealing his voice, and you're just taking a walk out at night, and you see an owl, and you're like, "Don't take my voice! You're
Don't take
not
my
gonna
voice!
do this."
No, no, yeah, no, you're not Rockadoodle. I can put it on Google really quick, and yeah, it was a very strange. I wish. Let me see if I can pull up some images of Rockadoodle.
Oh no.
I can't really find the Grand Duke of Owls was his name, was the bad guy's name, and he was
the Grand Duke.
Oh, it was such a weird, uncanny valley style of animation. Look it up. Look up Rockadoodle if you can, guys. It's creepy. It's just
Or
watch
don't.
any Don Bluth movie. It's creepy. Does anybody remember the Brave Little Toaster? I had nightmares about that one too. It was a
What
freaky
are these
movies,
children
man.
movies?
It's Don Bluth. It was Drug Trips for Children, the movies. It was a very strange.
I go back and look at like some of the of childhood things of mine. I just question everything, and it's just like, I watch this shit.
Yeah, look up. Yeah, it would definitely use some weird. You look back on the stuff you watched as a kid, and you're like, "What the heck? Why? What? I don't understand.
What drugs was I on?
What drugs was I on?
What drugs were these creators on?"
I'm entirely convinced that children's television programming is just drugs for kids. It's just kids drugs. Teletubbies, kids drugs.
You know what? It basically was. You're not wrong in that one. That was basically. Just
That's a pretty much just an acid trip. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I think it's about time to wrap up the stream.
I was gonna say,
I'm starting to
we're
feel
getting
like
weird,
I'm
even
hallucinating
normal.
now at this point. If I talk about hallucinations anymore, I'm actually gonna start hallucinating.
You're gonna start hallucinating once again. Your brother's gonna come in and go, "Waffles, you good, man?" And you're like, "There's a dog barking at me."
There's a weighted dog, there's a Rockadoodle, and for some reason a strange sex demon. I'm scared.
Your brother's gonna be just like, "Oh no, it's happening again."
Yeah, here we go again.
Here we go again. He's having an episode.
Oh man, I missed doing You know, if there's anything that I can say is I miss doing podcasts, Bran.
if there's anything to take away other than the sex dolls or the sex bots from this episode, it's that Waffles missed. We missed doing podcasts.
I miss being able to just ramble for 2 hours straight. It's the best. You know, when I'm playing a video game, when I'm streaming, I can't just sit there and ramble, you know, because I've got things to think about. I got a video game to beat, and it's fun just to go off on a tangent about my creepy childhood paralysis demon hallucination nightmares. So that's always fun.
No, see above question. Hold on, before you go anywhere.
Huh?
Dog lovers says see above question real quick, please.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, dog lovers. Sorry. You lay here wanting to sleep at night, and your brain and body are like, nope, but you're tired and want to sleep, and it really sucks. Is that one with the blanket and the vacuum and the lamp and the radio and the toaster? Yep, that's Brave Little Toaster. I had nightmares about that one. There's a song in that one. I can't remember it, but it's terrifying. There's cars. Like there's one scene where they go to the dumpster. Not the dumpster, a dump yard, and there's a scene where these cars are singing about being taken away by this giant, you know, car magnet with a face on it that's taking them away and crushing them up and straight up just murdering these outdated cars that are sad about how they've been, you know, outdated, and they're just treated like junk now, and they're just getting compacted and murdered, and like that's the shit that paralyzes me as a kid. I was like, what's happening to my little car friends? They're just like, man, life sucks when you're being crushed and outdated and no one cares about you anymore. And you're just like,
oh my god.
Oh no, it's a scary movie. It's freaky. You're gonna try sleeping. Okay, good luck after that conversation. Good luck with
After
sleeping
that
tonight.
conversation of nightmares,
Just
have a
have
good
sweet
night.
thoughts. Sweet thoughts about rainbows and unicorns and lovely gummy bears. And I hope you sleep well, Ty.
Oh no.
Yeah, if you had a bad dream about it, then you're blaming Waffles. You remember
Yep.
that movie? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever you do,
Any
don't
if you have
look up.
if
that
anyone has
movie
any
again.
nightmares tonight or weird dreams,
Blame me. That's okay.
blame
I'll take
Waffles.
the blame.
Just blame Waffles.
I'll take.
That's all you have to do. Just blame Waffles.
Okay, well, let's find somebody to raid. Let's go see
I have nobody on. So
who wants to talk about weird dreams in the future. Let's see. Yeah, I don't usually stream this late, so I don't really have a lot of people on. Let's see. Oh, Voxney's streaming. I haven't rated her in a very long time. She's pretty cool.
yes, I do remember Voxney.
Do you remember Voxney? Oh,
Yes, I do.
Yeah, they're streaming Ark Survival Evolved. Oh, let's go see how that's going. Yeah, let's go read Voxney. I'll give her a sweet raid, and we can go check out what's happening with Voxney. Thank you guys, everybody who's like lurking and stuff like that, and who could relate with me on those dream on the dream conversations. It feels good knowing that there's other people that have weird stuff happen to them in sleeping. The world of sleep is strange. If there's anything we should take
not
away,
feel alone.
yeah, it's good to not feel alone. It's good to know that everybody else has really strange brain dream problems sometimes. If you have sleep problems, trust me, other people have been there. Other people are there with you because I think that's.
And if you have any weird sleep problems tonight, blame Waffles.
Yeah, and if you do have problems, if you suddenly acquire them and you didn't have them before, I'm sorry and I apologize. My bad. All right, I've got the Voxney raid ready to rock. Make sure you guys give Voxney some love. She's amazing. She's very wholesome.
Thank you for being here for the.
I'm not sure when we're gonna do the next Waffle Brand podcast, but it might be drinky time. In which case, buckle your seatbelts.
I'm down to do next week. I got free time.
Okay.
If you want to do next week for some reason.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds great. All right. Prepare for next weekend then.
See you guys.
Bye, everybody. Give Noxie some love. Bye bye. Snipe Voxney.
Ugh.
Wait, what? The snap nuggets?
What? The snap nuggets?
I heard that too.
And Waffles,
I
thank
love
you for the raid.
Voxney.
I have